Well, hello. Welcome to the Mamapreneur podcast. Woo! Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to episode 63 of the Mamapreneur podcast. I am your amazing, fabulous hostess, Robin. And welcome to another amazing show where we not only talk about entrepreneurship, but I get to shine a light on four amazing business owners. So we have two from DFW, one in Michigan, or she's maybe in DC, whichever one she'll tell us. And we have one in the DMV area. And so it is going to be an amazing show tonight. Before I get to my ladies, make sure you all are sharing the live broadcast from wherever you're watching from, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Make sure that you are sharing the live because I will be doing a giveaway at the end of the show. After the show is over, I will be doing a giveaway. I have tons of goodies to give away, but you must share the live broadcast. Or if you're watching the replay, make sure you're sharing the replay and typing hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you tuned in. Okay. This show is a very interactive show. You're going to hear from some amazing women tonight, but I want you guys to interact in the chat. So the first way of interacting in the chat is if you are an entrepreneur in the audience. Please type your business information, whether it's tagging your social media, whether it's your website, what have you, but put that info in the chat so you guys can network amongst yourselves in the chat. I always tell people you never know who may need your services, but you got to talk about it. So, and this show, again, I say it every show and I mean it. This show stemmed from me going to a networking event where I knew no one in the room until the fabulous CEO of Power Team, Kesha, and I connected, and we've been rocking and rolling. Next month will be 3 years. So shouts out to Kesha Kesha. Thanks, sister. Hold on. Okay. All right. So make sure that you are typing in your business info in the chat. Also, this show is showcased a little bit of everywhere, all over the country, all over the world. Let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from. I would love to know where you're tuning in from. Again, it is a very diverse audience. And so I love when I see people from just all over the country tuning in. I recently done some analytics recently, and I think it was Turkey. I'm like, how Turkey? Somebody in Turkey find me, but the child, they found me and they tuned in. So I just thought that was cool. So we getting global, okay? Global. So give me that golf clap next, girl. Okay. And so lastly, again, this is an interactive show. So if you're in the audience, you're feeling something one of us is saying, if you have a question, you're the hallelujah corner, please type in the chat that you're agreeing with what we're saying. You have a question. It could be a statement, whatever. Make sure that you're typing that info in the chat, especially if it's a question, because I can ask it live to for whoever is on the show that you have the question for. Okay. All righty. So, couple things. So, you guys know that I have so many announcements and things for you guys to do beforehand. So, first things first, have you subscribed to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel? You should. So, if you're on YouTube right now, click that subscribe button. And for those who are not on YouTube, when the show is over, I need you to go over to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel and subscribe. I post all things Mamapreneur, where there's show information, actual live show. We're streaming live from there now. And I'm going to be doing some other particular series coming up, and it's going to be YouTube based. So I want you guys to kind of tune into that and all the things. Also, before I even go into my spiel, happy Women's History Month, y'all. Just shouts out to the ladies. The ladies out here doing amazing things. We have so much talent just with women in general, with business owners. Within the pandemic, so many businesses were started just from the pandemic, women-owned businesses. So shouts out to my ladies. You guys are out here killing it. You should clap for yourself. Okay, so clap in the chat, honey. Clap in the chat. And so tonight's episode is being sponsored by my good girlfriend, Aisha Duru. And she is the owner and proprietor of Hello Boba. And she is having Boba After Dark Sis Speak It event in Allen, Texas. So if you're near Allen, Texas, it is this Saturday night. I will post the Eventbrite link in the chat for you to register because tickets will I think the registration closes soon, but it is Boba After Dark, and it's going to be great. I went to hers. I was a vendor at hers last month for Black History Month, and it was an amazing turnout, amazing event. She had a lot of good guests. It was nice. So, hello, Boba, Allen, Texas, March 16th. So, hope that you guys that are in Collin County, Denton County, can come and support Aisha and her husband with their amazing event. Okay. Also, excuse me, have you gone to the Mamapreneur podcast website and got your merch? Have you talked to me about your mug yet? And of course, sometimes lighting doesn't allow us to be great. But the mugs I have here on hand, I have a few left. Who doesn't like a good mug? And we're not going to ask or judge what's in it. Okay? So if you would like a mug, mugs are 15. You will shoot me a direct message at Mamapreneur Podcast, Facebook or IG, and I'd be happy to provide, because I do banner for you. All right, if you can see that. Anyway, so got to talk about the merch. We got merch. We got shirts. If you go to the mamapreneur.podcast.com website, you can get you some shirts, honey. There's 3 on there. You can buy one or all 3, child. Feel free. Okay. All righty. Next, now booking for guest spots for July 2024 and through the rest of the year. So if you are a business owner, does not matter where you are in the country, and you are wanting more ways to get your business out there to new eyes and new ears, the Mamapreneur Podcast is the place for you. So you can shoot me a direct message as well via Mamapreneur Podcast, IG, or Facebook, and I can provide that info on how to become a guest on the show. We'll set up a call, all the things. Okay. So that's that. Again, we're booking July through the end of the year. So that tells you right there, spots fill up quickly. Okay. All righty. The Mamapreneur Podcast is having quite a bit of events coming up. Some are virtual, some are local here in the DFW area. So my local event, I had one last week and it was amazing. And it was the Mamapreneur Networking Dinner. I did a dinner Saturday night with about 10 or 11 ladies from all over the DFW, all different businesses. And we all came together in our pink, honey. If you don't see the theme tonight, we got the pink theme tonight going. But everybody had their pink on, networking. It was amazing. And so I've decided, I normally do brunches with my Facebook group, but I was like, let's make it public. So April 13th in the Plano, Texas area, and I'll post the link in the chat so you guys can take a look at that. And it's the Mamapreneur Networking Brunch, April 13th. The theme is Shades of Orange, honey. Come in your orange. We want to brighten up the room, okay? So April 13th, you must register in order to be able to get added to the list, and more to come with that. So I'll post that shortly. For my 2 virtual events, I'm having one on March 25th, which is one of my most popular webinars. It is the Mamapreneur Podcasting webinar, where I kind of show you how to get started with your podcast, brand, monetize, all the things from your podcasting platform. That is March 25th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then I got a lot of questions, just like I get with the podcast, questions about videos I create and all the things. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna make that into a webinar. So April 1st, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am having the Mamapreneur streaming webinar. And I'm gonna give you some tips on how I create my videos. And video marketing is so important for your business and for your brand. We are in the digital stage right now, digital times. So if you want more eyes on you, you got to be able to create some videos, and that's what the webinar is pretty much about. So links will be posted in the chat so you can join me. I would love to have you there. And I always give gifts for my people who show up. You must show up and stay to the end of the webinar. Okay. So that's that. So I gave you a lot, but I'm going to post it in the chat so you'll see it again. So, all right. So for those who don't know me, my name is Robin Kelton, born and raised in the Dallas area. I do a little bit of everything. I've been in the beauty industry for 26 years and now coaching and consulting salon and spa professionals with my business Savvy Salon Systems. And I've been doing this podcast. Podcast is, again, like I said, almost 3 years old. One of the best decisions I've ever made, and very grateful for the network that has been built and created, the sisterhood, the community. The core values of this platform is networking, connection, community, collaboration. We're not in this life to do life alone or to do business alone. And so I'm all for community and collaboration. Let's get together. Let's come up with a plan. Let's do it. So that's all, folks. All right. So we're going to bring my ladies up. So my first victim, my first lady, who we talk about networking a lot. Two of these ladies I've met, the two ladies you're about to see here in a second, I met at networking events or within a friend of a friend, but it still was within a networking space. Okay. So, hi, Miss Phyllis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh. That's church member right there, Miss Phyllis. I got to tell you how I know who you are from church. Okay. So my first guest is the amazing Sarah Burnett. Sarah is the visionary behind the Dallas Book Tribe and Blended Relations. With over a decade of marketing expertise, she founded Blended Relations, a consulting company that helps purpose-driven organizations get recognized and stay relevant and build evangelist communities. And she's a mama. She got the cutest baby ever. Ladies and gents, Sarah Burnett. You can unmute, girl. Hi, beautiful.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. I am just so glad that you were able to come onto the show. Sarah and I met back in October, like I said, at a networking event. You know, networking events are cool. You just never know who you're going to meet. And so I got to meet Sarah and her sister, and it was just great getting to know them and hearing what she does. And so, Sarah, just kind of give everybody a little bit of your story.
All right, Robin. I don't I don't really know where you'd like me to start, but
Talk about you, how you got started with Dallas Book Tribe, how you got started with Blended Relations.
okay, so Dallas Book Tribe, that's my passion project, it's my baby. So I started a book club back in 2021. Just as a way for me to get to know other women and share what we learned in the books and hear their perspectives. And it slowly started turning into like a sisterhood and a community and accountability. And it was just so beautiful. And one day after I got married and I was 40 weeks pregnant with my daughter now, my corporate job laid me off. So I was obviously super emotional and I, didn't even know what to do. Like it was just a very shocking, but also not so shocking experience. I went back and told my book club, my book tribe, And so I was like, hey, ladies, this is what happened to me. Like, I don't know what to do. And then I started hearing their stories of all the things that they've gone through and the toxic experiences that they've had working in corporate. And I was like, I need some time to really take this all in. And luckily, I'm blessed that my husband is a provider, and he was just like, babe, take some time off, like, figure things out,
Mhm.
really come up with a strategy before you jump back into anything, especially, I want you to do what you love. It's like, all right. So I took some time off and I started to really get to know the girls in the tribe. And we, um, and so sorry, my mother-in-law was walking in. So we really started to get to know each other, and I was like, hey guys, listen, I don't want to be those girls that just talk about something. Like, I want to be about it. So I want
Right.
to turn this into a nonprofit. I need a board. I need you guys' support. So who's with me? And I'm so blessed. I had so many women step up. I'm blessed that I have a board of directors. There is now 7 of us. Our official mission is to help all women transition out of toxic work environments through barter, education, and wellness programs. Now, bartering, yeah, because we go through so much. Because
Yeah.
women suffer in silence, and especially, I mean, the toxic hustle culture in this country is bad for everybody, but especially for women. When we get passed up on promotions, when we find out our male coworkers are making 30% more than we are, doing
Okay.
less work, when we get called aggressive or assertive because we speak our minds, but yet our male coworkers get promoted to leadership positions. I
Mhm.
mean, the list goes on. I've heard it all. I've been through it all. So I was just sick of it. And honestly, like, because my heart is in the right place and because God has blessed me with such amazing, beautiful women who are with me on this journey, we have been growing at such a rapid pace, that I've had to really like put all of my energy and work on this full time. My business simultaneously, I launched my business Blended Relations. So I was like, I need to make money, right?
Right.
So Blended Relations was born. It's a marketing and PR consulting agency. I did have to take a little bit of a pause last year on that because of my nonprofit. I was just so consumed with making sure that, I don't have any experience in that space. So
And
I
there's
was
a
just
lot that
learning.
goes with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really just learning as I go, growing the team, growing the membership part of it, and so I just took a strategic pause and had to like check myself in a way. Also, my husband checked me, like, hey, like, you're not really practicing what you're preaching. Like, you're talking about work-life balance, but I don't see any balance here. Like, you're not really being fair to yourself, your daughter, your nonprofit, or your business. So you really just got to pick one thing to focus on, put all of your energy, because I know who you are. When you do that, then you can move on to the next. And so that's
Yeah.
exactly what I did. And this year, I came back stronger with my business. All of my clients have come through word of mouth, referrals, my nonprofit. I've never spent a dime on advertising. So I'm super grateful for that. I'm working on a lot of other big things this year too, but my nonprofit is really like I mean, I love it. I bartering and the fact that we all just have this safe space that where we can exchange goods and services and products and no judgment. It's an
Yeah.
old concept, but it's something we really want to bring back to life as the world transitions out of cash environments. I mean, you got Venezuela and Kenya and China, they're already cashless. So eventually we're going to go back to our basics. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited to pioneer this movement and start more chapters across the country and across the world.
I love it. I love it. Do you have anything coming up? Any events and things coming up?
Yes. So for all my DFW people, we are having our first She Heals Wellness Expo and Social on March 30th from 11 to 4. I'm collaborating with 2 of my community partners on this. Don't Be Strangers. Their mission is to fight adult loneliness. Amazing, amazing community. And then Boss Ladies Rocking, which is a community of Latina immigrants and first generation entrepreneurs.
Nice.
Yeah, and so we're hosting this expo and social to really just help women be in a space where they can pamper themselves, learn, and connect. So what's included in your ticket is three options, three wellness sessions. So you can get a chiropractic adjustment, you can get acupuncture, you can get a massage, a facial. There's going to be mocktails, food, so many. I think anything wellness and beauty experts, they're going to be there offering sessions to all of our attendees.
I love it. I love it. So, other than the expo, what is something else that you have coming up for your business or a goal that you want to accomplish for this year for your business?
Hey, JB. um, and Miss Phyllis and Berta, thank you guys for hopping on. For my business, I don't really have any upcoming.
After
Like,
the
I mean,
expo?
yeah, I mean, the expo is really my biggest focus right now. I will be hosting a PR and personal branding workshop for Miss Phyllis's authors and publishers.
Nice,
That's going to
nice.
be on the 3rd. I'm really excited about that because I want to be. I'm an aspiring author. I'm writing right now, so I am.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Now,
um,
what kind of book are you writing? Yeah, you
it's
don't have to
def.
give me title, but you can just what kind of book are you writing?
It's. I can say this. It's spiritual and it's also personal and professional development.
All in one. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And what made you say book? Okay, I'm gonna write a book because we can have all the ideas all day, but to throw, you know what? I'm gonna put it to words and in a book so other people can see it.
So two things I want to touch on with what you just said. So I'm glad you brought it up because books, first of all, have changed my life. I
Yeah.
started reading at a later age. I wish I started sooner, but I believe we're all where we're supposed to be,
Mhm.
and that's why Dallas Book Tribe exists. Now, I want to also say that we are rebranding. So to everyone that's watching, stay on the lookout. Hopefully next week we'll be done, and we are going to be rebranding and changing our name from Dallas Book Tribe to Dallas Business Tribe
Love
because
it.
we are way more than a book club, and as I've mentioned earlier, there's so much that goes into it. So we're still going to be DBT, but and there's still going to be a book club program, but we're a Dallas Business Tribe. And why I want to write a book, because I feel like, no, I know that when I die, the only thing I'm going to leave behind, I mean, I'm not going to take my title, I'm not going to take my money, anything that I've accumulated here on earth. The only thing I'm going to leave behind is the good deeds that I've done, the
Absolutely.
serving that in my community, all the good energy that I've put into it. So,
I love that. So let everyone know how you can be followed. So when you do the rebranding and transition of everything, they can already get all the updates. They can go register for the wellness expo, all the things.
okay, so you guys can follow me on Dallas Book Tribe on Instagram or Facebook. Also, my personal Instagram is Sarah B Ventures. So that's Sarah without an H, B Ventures. And then the link for the expo is in my bio, but I think I sent it to you, Robin. So I don't know if you're going to drop
Yeah,
it in the chat.
we'll put it in there. You're good.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And then if y'all have any questions, you can contact me, DM me through any of my Instagram or Facebook pages.
Awesome.
Website's still under construction.
That's okay. Thank you so much, Sarah. I love you to pieces and can't wait to see you soon. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Next victim is as she laughs, is the Miss Multi-Talented Extraordinaire Senior Australia from Empowered Revelation Movement. This baby here is multi-talented. She doing it all. Mother of five, wife, business owner, doing all the things. Very talented. So, ladies and gents and ladies, Senior. Hey, boo.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. So glad that you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We've talked about you coming on, and here you are. Here you are. So, I want you to kind of talk about what you do. You do a little bit of everything. You're an ambassador for Brown Skin Brunch, and you do all the things. So, I want you to talk about everything. Go.
Okay. So, first and foremost, I'm a mama five, like Robin was saying. I started. I have a 25-year-old, and my youngest is 5 years old, and so I'm an engineer by trade. I've been in tech, or I was in tech for over 20 years. Majority of the time, being a female or a woman in tech, I was the only female on my team. And so
Mhm.
that was something that I thrived in, because I've always looked at like, hey, as a woman, I belong here. And I made it, I made it, uh, I made it so that every room I walked in, no matter how uncomfortable I was, I made it to be able to just grow and learn as much as I can in all the hats
Yeah,
that I held in tech. Um, and then life changed in 2008. And whew,
you got it.
sorry.
You got this. I love the
Um,
nails, by the way. Carry on.
thank you. um, Life changed in 2008. I got allergic reaction to antibiotics. But it wasn't your ordinary allergic reaction. They didn't know what happened. My son just turned 3. My oldest was 6 at the time, and or I'm sorry, she was 8, and it looked like I was burned, second-degree burns from head to toe, and they really didn't know what to do or what it was. And I've been in and out of the hospital since 2008, and with my last hospitalization being last year. Um, but life changed at that point, where I had to reinvent myself. I had to reinvent myself as a single mom, um, of 2 kids, being a homeowner, a brand new homeowner. I was in my early 20s,
Yeah.
and I really lost everything, and then had to put the work in to get it all back. And it wasn't something that just happened once. It happened over and over and over again since 2008. And I look back and reflect on just the what I've went through, not to show that, hey, to show pity. And that was something I struggled a lot in, is being able to share what I've gone through, to really
Yeah.
share what I'm going through, because oftentimes I hide and don't want to share. But I've learned that through my testimony, I don't know who I'm going to help. I've
Yep.
learned through the impact I'm making in the community by just speaking on what I've gone through. You really never know who it's going to impact or who's going to resonate with. But I found that a lot of people in the community that I've spoken with, since I've moved here to Dallas. I'm from California. I'm a California native from the Bay Area, and what's so weird is that I've been attracted to single parents, single moms, single dads, and I'm like, okay, God, what is it that you're trying to tell me?
What's this
Because
ministry you put me in?
yes, what ministry are you putting me in? Because I've been pondering on it since I've been here, and the more and more that He's shown me is that, the more and more I've just really allowed my walk with God to get stronger, so that
Hmm.
I can have, to just be able to listen to Him again. Through everything that I've gone through with the multiple hospitalizations, with just the challenges that I've faced, I've always looked at it and I've tried to be positive, but at the same time, I've always questioned why.
Yeah,
And
of
so
course.
since being here in the DFW, I've just learned to embrace it. That the challenges that I'm facing, and walking into the unknown,
Yeah.
is it's just something that he's given to me, and um, guide me down this path, no matter how hard it's been, no matter how challenging it's been, no matter
Hmm.
how much I've felt defeated. I came here to build community, to build sisterhood. Um, like Robin said, I'm the Dallas ambassador for Brown Skin Bruncheon, where I meet with women of color. I host a monthly brunch. I have a co-ambassador, Natalie Clark. Um,
Natalie.
she's my wing woman, somebody who I highly respect, and I'm just excited to do life with, and create that bond with the ladies that we meet. Is where most majority of everybody that we meet has come from different places, different walks of life, but they don't know anybody. They're moving into a new place, not knowing anybody, and just being a safe place where that they can meet new people, they can be
Hmm.
themselves, and just build intentional relationships.
Let
So
me
that's
stop you there. Let me stop you there with brown skin brunching.
Mhm.
So, a lot of times with women, they're like, oh, I don't want to go meet other women. maybe catty, blah, blah, blah. But what I can honestly say, just the community that we're a part of, Senior and I, and it's the women that we've come across, whether it's within Mamapreneur Tribe, whether it's within Brown Skin Bruncheon, it has just the amazing women who are just, wanting to do more in life, want the community. It's been so cool. And I've made some amazing connections just with Brown Skin Bruncheon alone. And they got Brown Skin Bruncheon all over the country. And Senior and Natalie introduced me to the Brown Skin Bruncheon, world. I was like, some other ladies that want to go eat brunch like me? Yes. Where? When? And then they sell out so quickly because they only have so many seats available. But it is the coolest thing ever. And I just want to shed light on that because, just coming to the few that I've gone to, it's been pretty fun. Talk to everyone about the business piece of Empowered Revelation and just kind of the services you guys offer your clients.
Okay. So I'm only one half of my organization. I'm in business with my other half, my husband. We've been in business together since the pandemic. Once the pandemic hit, I got sick again, and I was pregnant with my fifth child. She's 5 years old now, but I ended up having a really severe flare. I have a rare form of psoriasis where my body doesn't respond to any normal medication. I have to be admitted every single time I have a severe flare,
Jesus.
and I am injections of Benadryl on a daily basis. I had a PIC line for 2 years, and through that experience and through that challenge in my life, I was back in and out of tech because it's something that I love doing. However, a friend introduced the world of finances to my husband right before the pandemic hit. My husband's a musician at trade as well as a business owner with myself, and so he shared with me of how they're helping families, educating families, middle class families, minority families on life insurance and retirement, and being able to just how you can create wealth through life insurance, how you can protect your families. When I got sick, I didn't have anything. I was blessed with stock, but I didn't have any life insurance. I didn't have any living benefits. I didn't even know what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
My knowledge of life insurance was, hey, I get a full-time job, then I'm able to get protected. I'm able to get a retirement. But now knowing, being in the industry, and being able to advocate for families and minority families, and being able to just provide that education, I've learned so much more now, and I've just looked at it as being a vessel to be able to make that impact in the world of life insurance, and being able to just serve those communities that need it the most. That's why GoFundMe's become so popular, because not
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people know the power of what life insurance can do. It's not
Right
just
to
for
the
death,
end.
for living. It's for living, and that's
Mm-hmm.
something that you can access now. And it's crazy. And you're really one doctor's visit away from being uninsurable. And I myself am uninsurable to this day. There's little pockets of where I'm okay, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can get some now, but it's just unfortunate. So just being able to be a blessing to others and be able to educate them that, hey, this is available for you,
Yeah.
and be able to advocate.
Awesome. Let everyone know how, if they were interested in knowing more about the life insurance services and policies that you provide, how can they get in touch with you?
My foundation, I also have a nonprofit foundation, and it's something that it's in the very very beginning steps, but I'm going to be able to share and advocate with other women or families that suffer from autoimmune chronic illness. And so that Instagram is at She Reigns, She Reigns Game,
Mm-hmm.
and it's She Reigns Foundation, and it stands for, my daughter's name is Rain, and it's spelled REIGN. So she just reigns to be able to know the rules of the game and the cards that she's dealt with. And so that's what stood out with me in branding my foundation that way. And so You can also find our website is under construction. It's empirerevolution.revelation.com. My husband's name is Revelation, so it's we named it partially out of here, but we're just here to empower others and serve the community. But that's my Instagram, and I can also provide my link for my Calendly for anyone that would just love to chat and just network and see how it can add value to their community.
I love that. Yes, post that in the chat. Thank you so much, Senia, for coming on,
Thank you so much again
gracing
for
us
having
with
me.
your presence. You know, I love you to pieces. I'll be seeing you
I
soon
know I
anyway.
love you too,
But
sis.
thank you so much. I know you have another engagement to get to, but I wanted to have everybody see you and hear more of your story. Thank you so much, sis.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Good
you.
luck tonight.
Thank you.
Alrighty, y'all. Aren't these ladies amazing? So I got two more fabulous ladies. So these, my Midwest, I guess you call Michigan child. Okay, she'll correct me in a minute. So Kesha's about to bring my other two ladies up. We got Michigan and DMV area coming up next, and we got two more amazing ladies. So thank you, ladies, so much. I'm so glad that you're here, and hope you guys enjoyed that first half of the show. Oh my gosh! So my first for the second half of the show, I have the amazing Narissa Malloy of founder, CEO, nurse, coach, consultant, strategist, Jackie of all trades. She's all the things, honey. Unshakable CEO, and that's the DMV part. And then I have, and we have to say this with a little swag when we introduce her, Dr. Darla Bishop. Doctor. Yes, honey, wave. Yes, as we introduce Dr. Darla. Dr. Darla is author, wife, mama, speaker. Um, and Miss Thing just made an appearance on Tamron Hall, and that's all we're gonna say. I'm gonna sip my non-existent tea to the Tamron Hall. We'll talk about you in a minute. I'm gonna start with Narissa first. Hello, Narissa. How you doing,
Hey,
boo?
Robin, how are you?
I am well. I'm just so glad that we got an opportunity. We met through another way, and now connected. And I'm just glad that we have connected. And hopefully, I can get to your side of town and come and visit
Come
and
on
sit
up.
in on one of your events and all the things you are doing. Amazing things to have followed you so far and to see what you're doing for businesses. She just did a live on LinkedIn earlier, and it was just amazing talking about branding. I love all things branding, all things marketing, because it starts there.
Right.
You can throw a business together all you want to, but what's your brand? What's your vision? What's your story?
Mhm.
I'm big on colors. What's your colors? What do you want to be known for?
Right.
All the things, okay. And we learned on Monday night at an event I went to,
Mhm.
what's my hats?
That's
We are
it.
known
That's it,
by our
man.
hats. And so we'll be going down to the Zon and get more hats.
Looks good on you.
Right. So Narissa, tell everyone about your amazing just career. This baby do everything. Jackie of all trades. Go.
First, Robin, let me give it back to you for just creating this platform, for having us, for honoring us. So kudos to you first and
Thank
foremost.
you. Thank you. It brings me so much joy when I'm able to do this for you ladies.
Yes, you can see it and feel it. So your energy is amazing.
Thank you.
So,
Someone did it for me. So
So, hi everyone. My name is Narissa Malloy. I am founder of the Unshakable CEO community and also lead consultant with J&M Healthcare Solutions. So, I work with females to get their businesses started, but I specialize and consult with established businesses to help them lead powerfully and also optimize how they run their business on a day to day so that they can increase their financial performance, boost their team's productivity, and also get their processes and systems in place. So that's what I do. And I'm a registered nurse by trade.
yes, she does it all, honey. And she has an event coming up. Talk about the event real
Ooh.
quick. I just That
So yes,
that crossed my desk. What do you have? What is the event?
so
Yeah.
yes, I'm hosting an in-person workshop. It's for agency owners and healthcare professional business leaders. It's an intimate setting, and what we'll be talking about is how to delegate effectively, lead powerfully, and incorporating AI and technologies to simplify how you run your business on a day-to-day. So again, it's again intimate, in person. We're gonna have great food, workshops, like implementation. We're not just sitting around looking cute. We're getting things done. What are those things that you have caught up in your head that you need to get out and delegated and done? And what are some tools that you need that you can get the assistance to be more productive and also build your team, lead a powerful team, and also a productive team. So
I
yeah,
love
we're doing some work.
what area is that located? We got a big DMV following. So
That's right. We are in Washington, D.C. So if you want details, bit.ly leader AI, that's the link to register. And I see there limited space. It's intimate. So, I want to close, people are very transparent about their business. I want it to be, a close circle.
intimate. Yeah.
Very
And
intimate.
one time for the necklace, honey. That is
Oh,
just too cute.
thank you.
Focus on the necklace. I'm here for it. Love it. So you mentioned AI, and man, AI is coming in and it's taking over like gangbusters. So
Mhm.
we got everyone, Chat GPT, all the things. But talk about how AI is important with the operations piece for business.
So here's the thing. First of all, there's so many negative connotations about AI. So the first thing is really understanding what is AI and understanding that change is inevitable. Change is going to happen. So as different technology and tools are put in the marketplace, how are you positioning yourself in your business to stay on top of the trends, to stay relevant, and to also operate your business in excellence? So there are so many different tools. Like, I'm not the AI expert, but I know there are some things that we need to be doing for our marketing, for our teams, for even booking a call. I saw somebody drop a link. You don't have to go back and forth and send 5 emails to pick a time that works best. So there's a lot of tools that entrepreneurs need to incorporate, especially with AI, and Chat GPT is one, but there's so many different versions and different things that you can do, create your own GPTs, all this different stuff. So, and then when it comes to healthcare, I just did a mammogram this week, and you had to pay additional for the 3D, the enhanced AI, where they definitely detect any type of lumps or any irregularities, and then so I'm telling you, AI is the new wave. So it's more about embracing it and thinking about how can I incorporate it in my business to be more effective. And also, as CEOs and women, I can go on forever, but the problem is, and I think I forgot the young lady, she mentioned it earlier, there's already a cap on how much women can earn and how much capital we can receive. So why not think about other ways that you can make your business value at a higher capacity, because you're able to do more, achieve more, and perform at a better rate by using these technologies and these different tools. So embrace AI.
Yeah. And I just feel it's more effective for your business. I mean, we do enough, and it's not enough time in a day.
Right.
So why not get some help? I'm just saying, why not quit making it hard for yourself?
Exactly.
Get some help. All right. So you talk about, things for your daily operations and streamlining things. What are some simple ways people can kind of streamline in their businesses to kind of keep things simple, not besides AI,
Yes.
but, to work smarter, not harder? What are some
One of the simple tools, something simple that you can do is learn how to delegate. You mentioned talking and asking about help, and sometimes us ladies, I say us because I'm guilty too as a registered.
I am too. Yeah.
It's hard for us to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the simplest things that you can start practicing and doing is learning how to receive that help. Go out there, get the support that you need. Make a list of all the things that you are doing, and choose the things that you need to delegate, meaning the things that someone else can do this and someone else can do it better than me. Delegate it effectively. Find a person that it can deliver it, can complete it, can perform that task, and also double back to make sure that it was done. But delegation is one thing you can definitely do, because there's a lot of CEOs that are burnt out because they're taking their employee habits
Yep.
into the entrepreneurial space, and they're trying to do it all, and they think it's a badge of honor to say, oh, I'm doing it all. I'm doing the marketing, I'm doing the sales, I'm
Superwoman.
doing the this, I'm doing the pitching. It's not a badge of honor. We're just so used to
Mhm.
struggle, but it doesn't have to be that way.
You
Learn to
said that.
delegate.
That's a good point. And like you
Mhm.
said, burnout.
Burnout.
You be over here like, you know what, I'm done. I'm over it. I love it. Talk about what's next for the Unshakable CEO. Besides the event coming up, what's next?
Oh, so I do, besides the event, I am opening doors to a membership community. We are finishing our first 6 months now, and it was an amazing experience. For ladies, I host an unshakable brunch every year. Well, I'm claiming it is going to be annual in the fall, in the harvest time, where we move forward with prayer and partnerships.
I
So I'm
love it.
going to do that again, and I launched a community of women that came together and form bonds. We're looking at contracts together. We're praying for each other. It's
Mm,
a close knit community and opportunity as well. And who can we refer to? Because that's big. Women, we have to come together. It's no more competition, it's collaboration. So I'm
man,
opening doors to that community coming up as well. I'll be hosting some more events and workshops, and continuing to work with entrepreneurs that are established business owners that need to streamline and structure and operate in excellence. So I'm definitely working with more women to do that. We have to create more success.
yeah.
And I've been obligated to help lead that way with my story and what I've done as well. So that's what I'm doing.
Yes. And how can you be followed, Unshakable CEO?
You can follow me on all social media, Instagram, here, LinkedIn. Follow me on LinkedIn. That's my go-to place. Secondary Facebook and Instagram. I just like the pictures. But yeah, follow me there. And I do have a tool for those who struggle with delegation. If you feel like I don't even know where to begin, I do have a free tool that you can download as well. I can drop the link, but bit.ly/delegate tool. So that's definitely something to help you feel like, you know what, I don't need to do it all. Let me think about who I can delegate
Delegate.
to.
Amen. I'm here for delegation ministry. I love it. Thank you so much, Narissa, for coming on.
Thank you
I
for
so
having me.
appreciate you so much. And I just admire what you're doing. And I know it's just going to get greater from here. So thank you, sis, so much.
You.
Well, last but not least, honey, Dr. Darla Bishop, darling.
Robin,
Are we in
it is so
Lansing?
awesome to be with you tonight.
Thank you. Are we
Thank
in
you.
Lansing or are we in DC?
Yes, tonight I happen to be in Lansing, but if you caught me a couple days from now, I would be in DC. I am a jet setting woman.
I know. I love it. I am here for it. But the fabulous Darla, Dr. Darla Bishop, darling, you know, you got to say doctor. Let me tell you something. If I was a doctor, you would hear Dr. Robin Kelton all the time. Honey, call me
That's
doctor.
right.
Okay.
That's
We
right. I
are
usually say, "Oh, you can call me doctor," but when you talk about me, say, "You can call me Darla." But when you talk about me, make sure you say that doctor.
okay. That's a good t-shirt. All right. She's a wife. She's a mama. I'm going to call her the money lady. Her IG says money expert and author of How to Afford Everything. Not everything, everything. And she is here to just grace us with her presence. Thank you so much, Dr. Darla. Thank you so much for coming on. Talk to everyone about what made you say, I want to write a book. I want to write a book specifically about how to afford everything, especially in this current inflation filled economy. Go.
It's because I wanted to write a book and I titled it this bold title, How to Afford Everything, because I believe that working people deserve to afford everything they need to.
I
And
agree.
when I was working in my own money journey, I grew up in some not so great circumstances, not all the time, but sometimes. And it took a lot of practice, a lot of studying, a lot of talking with myself, a lot of evaluating what was truly important to me and what wasn't, and reading more than 100 books. And so I thought maybe if I took all the stuff that was in this brain and put it in a different book, that I could save people at least a few tears and a few years in getting their money right.
I love it. Save tears and years. Yes.
Years and years, yes.
I am here for it. Yes. So, talk about your story of getting started just with the business piece of it. Yes. You know,
Yes, so
you
April, I
started
don't
with
know if you
your
know this,
laundry.
but April is Financial Literacy Month. So you know how some people love Christmas, you know how some people love Halloween. Well, as a money expert, April is my time of year. So we have a ton of things happening. I'm actually in the middle of updating my website, darlabishop.com, to
Uh-huh.
bring a ton of resources to anyone who is ready to get started or start over with their money journey. We're going to have a couple of free chapters of the book. My favorite chapter, actually, chapter 9, which is Look at You Adulting, because it gives a really nice overview of what is in the book so that folks who maybe are not ready to read or they're not sure where they are, they can have a
Mhm.
few actionable steps to take. And then I have a podcast of my own. It's not something I'm doing long term, but I put out a short mini series with all of my favorite stories and lessons that
Yes.
folks can find on YouTube, because what I really want is for people to know that even in this economy, actually, especially in this economy, do you know that millionaires are made in recessions? That if they can do what they need to do to understand where their money is, where it's going, how it's coming in, how to make those adjustments, how to fix their emotions and their feelings about it, that this could be the best financial year of their life. It's possible.
Yeah. Awesome. So, talk about the book. So, what are some reviews you've received so far about the book? Some eye-opening things like, "Oh my God, I wish I would have known this. Oh my God, this was great. This is a great topic. Oh, your book." Some good reviews from the book so far that you've heard.
So, one of the very early reviews that got posted, someone said, I didn't realize that the things my parents taught me were still rolling around in my head and affecting how I swipe my credit card. And so, one of the very first activities in the book that I have the reader do is to write down what are those first money memories that they have? What were the rules they had about money growing up? What are the things that people said about money to them that maybe are true or are not true? Because if you can figure that part out, then it's much easier for us to do the work to fix the debt, to adjust the spending, to help you negotiate that salary, to help you realize, you know what, I do need to go get that second job or that side hustle, not forever, but maybe for 6 months to just stabilize everything.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And that's so true. Our parents, that boomer generation, there's a lot about finances that they don't know about today, or they didn't know about until probably within the last 5 years.
And it's
About
just different. It's
Yeah, just
different,
yeah,
right?
weren't
And
educated. It
and
was
parents and
crazy.
the adults around us when we were growing up and coming of age, they didn't ever mean any harm. In fact, they thought they were telling us, they meant to be telling us the good things. So this isn't about being upset with the people who raised you or taught you things. It's
Right, right,
about
right.
saying, thank you for giving me those gifts because they have been helpful, but I'm in a different context. So I just need a slightly different tool mix. I need a slightly different mindset. I need a slightly different set of habits to be able to afford everything here in 2024.
Amen to that. Um, what does abundance mindset mean to you?
For me, it's that everybody can eat. And in fact, because nothing comes to a closed hand, I'm happy to share the food that I have because I know more is on the way. So it's about not being worried about what's missing, but instead figuring out what you have to give to the world. And sometimes, at the end of the year, when it's the holiday time and Thanksgiving, whether you celebrate or not, there's just
Right.
that thing that happens at the end of the year. People are thinking about, well, I don't know if I can give money. But do you know how many gifts you have to give to the world that don't cost any money? You can
Mm.
tell your story, you can share a laugh, you can just be nice to someone, and maybe nobody was nice to them that day. And so thinking about in what ways, tiny ways, you can give gifts to the world and the people around you. And I actually, in this book, I wrote an entire chapter on generosity because I think sometimes when we have been without, we forget that we have something to give.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's good. That is so good. And then what was the other chapter that you said it was your favorite?
Oh, look at you adulting. And so my publisher, my editor, I said, hey, I want to give people a free copy of a free chapter of the book. And she said, okay, well, usually when authors do that, they do the first or second chapter, just to give them a taste. I was like, no, 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 no. There's too much work in the first chapter. If I put that first chapter up, people were like, ooh, this lady got me doing too much work. And so I said, how about I give them my favorite chapter, which is Look at You, Adulting. And I wrote this book very much in my voice, where I'm telling you, look, you're doing it. It might not feel like you're making progress, but the fact that you picked up this book and you're reading it and you're looking at your bank account and you're asking yourself these questions, and now maybe you're listening to a podcast, you are doing the work. And so, like, look at you, right? Really encouraging those small steps, because a series of small steps can move mountains. And so I want to give out this chapter for free, because someone who's not so sure, maybe doesn't like reading, doesn't know if I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's cute and pink, but she's from Michigan. What people from Michigan know. That they can get a sample, they can get a taste in because it's an overview chapter. It's enough to get them started. And one of the best tools of the book is in there, and I call it the paycheck playbook. Because the number one question I get when I am coaching clients, when I am helping people develop financial wellness plans and to settle that financial trauma and to figure out where their habits and beliefs and behaviors need to be shifted so they can afford everything they need to, is, okay, but I got all these things. What do I do first? And what do I do next? So I made you a playbook. Do it in this order.
Love it. Because I was just going to ask you about some tips to help people with better savings tips, even in these times where everything is so tight. What are some easy tips for a person, especially even just for like now with things being so tight? Most folks don't have an emergency savings. If you were to ask them right now, hey, how much do you have saved for your emergency savings? They're gonna be looking at you like, I don't have that. What's that?
Yeah. Do you know that actually 42% of Americans have less than $500 saved?
I believe
And
it.
if you look at Black and Brown folks, that statistic is actually much higher, closer to 63%. And so the first step in the paycheck playbook is actually to figure out how to put away $1,000 in an fund. I know it's a family friendly, so it's the
Oh, hey, what was that again for the people in the back? It was called what? Love the name.
Because $1,000, that's enough to buy you a little bit of time to solve a bigger problem. You can solve a few problems with $1,000, but it just gives you just enough breathing room so that something that otherwise would have been an emergency might just be inconvenient.
Yeah.
Right? Gives you
But
just
at
enough.
least you had it, kind of deal.
That's right. That's the first step in the paycheck playbook. And when it comes to the spending, what I actually find out when I actually talk to people, they don't even know how they're spending their money. So when we actually pull up the bank statements and the credit card statements, they're like, oh, I didn't realize I still had that subscription. Oh, I don't care about this activity. Why am I still spending so much of my money with
A lot of auto drafts. And now on most banks, they got a whole pie chart, child, where you can pull up how you're spending. And so if you at Taco Bell every day, is it gonna be a little thing, restaurants or entertainment, whatever?
And the key to this is, the folks, a lot of other financial experts do this in a very kind of way, right? I don't even know how to describe it. I got to make the face, right? It's about, but what I want people to do is when you're ready to get started, don't should on yourself. Don't judge yourself. Explore this with curiosity. I wonder how I'm spending my money. I wonder why I feel like things are tighter than normal. I wonder if there's anything I'm paying for that I don't even realize I'm still paying for. I wonder if there's something I could do to get more room. To really approach it as you're a curious person, and don't be judging to yourself, because sometimes we had to make decisions in the past that now, because we're older, maybe we're wiser, maybe we're cuter, and so we know it was a bad decision. But at that time, that might have been the best decision you had available to you. So don't beat yourself up. You're here today. Stand strong and be like, okay, I'm ready to figure it out, and approach it with curiosity.
I love that. I love that. 3 words that best describe your book.
Inspiring, loving,
Mhm.
and work, because it is work. I don't want to lie to you about that. It's work. It's hard work to actually sit down and write down every single you
Yep.
owe somebody. Not actually saying the book. Yes, if you owe your cousin $20 from 20 years ago, I still want you to write it down. If you remember, your cousin remembers it too.
Oh my God. I'm here for it. All right, Dr. Darla. I could talk to you all night.
Oh,
Tell
but I guess we're
everybody.
not gonna do that, huh?
So yeah, I could just talk to you all night. But let everybody know how you can be followed, how you can be reached, where they can go get their book.
Yes, you can get the book at darlabishop.com. When you order it directly from me, I will sign it for you and give you a little bit of extra love energy before I mail it your way.
I love it.
To find me, it's easiest to find me at darlabishop.com, and you can link to all my socials. If you prefer to find me on socials, I'm Finance Sis. So my MY _finance sis.
Love it. Thank you so much, Darla. You schooled us tonight, honey. Schooled us, And then you out here being internationally known and everything, I saw your New York pictures. I was like, you go, girl. I'm
I'm on
coming
a
up
mission
at
to help 10,000 people know that how to afford everything.
I
So
love it.
I got some work to do. So
That's all
yes,
right.
you're gonna see me and this book everywhere. It's a promise.
I love it. I love it. And you got to make sure you share the live because she is giving away a book. So you got to make sure that you're sharing so I can do the drawing shortly after. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 63 of the Mamapreneur podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed our guest tonight. I'll see everyone in 2 weeks with more fabulous entrepreneurs. Have a blessed night.